Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Welcome to your July 2026 tarot message. I hope and pray all is well with you. I was getting that for some Scorpios. A lot of you guys don't want to necessarily focus on a commitment or something that you are in or rumored to be in. You want to focus on the new or get your sights out there on some sort of new opportunities, okay? So just be mindful that you may have people from the past who may want to stick with you, or they like the idea of what you bring to their status to some degree. You may be self-aware of this, so just be mindful of users and things like that. But I'm also getting here, it relates to how you've been able to cope. This person may be apprehending you from being able to explore your options in some way, shape, or form, from how they have placed a commitment out there, or how you have related to them in some way, shape, or form. And this may affect you a whole lot. This could be a cycle in which you find, it could be a karmic cycle. It's making itself known as karmic, that you deal with often. And it relates to how you carry your space, or how you hold space for individuals or opportunities, and how they come into you. You have the Queen of Cups energy, which is showing that there's going to be some sort of opportunity here where you get to have emotional fulfillment. You may be filling up your own cup, focusing on exploring your options and self-love. I'm seeing that somebody may be taking small trips here or there with themselves, or being closer to themselves, as it seems like family is away, or um, away from you, or allowing you some sort of time of separatism so that you can elevate you, okay? So that you can take care of yourself, so that you can nurture yourself, your whereabouts. And it also feels like they've chosen to delegate this, or you may have chosen to put in delegation if it wasn't an Aries or something like that, and how other people that you may have had responsibilities for did things in the meantime. All right. It also is giving me that in early July that you may have the opportunity to connect with a child or something like that, or somebody that you care about. Um, uh, this person may be younger than yourself, and I'm seeing here that they may be in a time of not necessarily knowing everything about who they are, and you're meant to help guide them to explore. You're meant to help this person when it comes to adventures and how to set themselves high, to want to get out there and be ambitious, to not be secluded, or somebody who you're whoever this person is that you're meant to nurture, they're supposed to have some sort of spontaneity as well as adventurousness about them. They're supposed to be well traveled. And so there may be something about Scorpio that has that responsibility to carry. You may be well invested when it comes to this child or this younger person. It could even be just somebody that you have some sort of they look up to you in some way. Nevertheless, here you're also going to be very well recognized and appreciated and admired in every area that you're going to be in, especially around the 11th. Okay, there's going to be some sort of very important event. I'm seeing champagne and toasts and people here. I don't know if everybody is going to be directly the one person who is being celebrated, Scorpio, but I am getting here that the 11th is going to be very significant in July for having its way about trying to shower you, show you that you're important and putting in effort, even if it's you doing this for yourself, okay? I'm seeing somebody who's going to be purposefully taking time out for themselves, even around that weekend, in order to help themselves. Somebody could be doing some magic, even, I'm getting some magic even while you're in your independent time, in order to get the energy flowing, to get some sort of popularity out there, or to get something circulating, to get some sort of news spread or events going. It's also talking about an event of entertainment in which somebody may be going, spending time with groups of people in order to socialize. Be mindful that there may be somebody here who is planning to do something ulterior in connection to you, in connection to vandalism. If you're going to an event or something like that, it's just saying stay careful of these people and stay away from these types of people. But you may overhear of somebody who wanted to do this, and they may cause some sort of drama at an event or something like that. And so you may need to take precautions and keep yourself safe, or keep safety nearby or something like that. This can also be a signal about staying safe and not driving when it comes to these circumstances, because you have somebody here who's very serious about their life, or they have some sort of very serious role in which they play, not just to other people, but to themselves. They feel like they're a very important figure. All right. So just be mindful of this. It could be that you have some people in which you have to care for or entertain or something like that. You have a lot of people that you have to delegate for. With this Ten of Wands, it feels like these heavy burdens are affecting your body. And so around the 16th, it's going to be very important for you to schedule out some sort of time. Otherwise, I'm seeing where you could become over exasperated and bend yourself too backwards, where you may cause like exhaustion, or you may have like situations around heat, or you may have situations where you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like you weren't able to do anything because you had so much stress around the situation. I'm also seeing physical ailments could be high around this time, so just be very mindful to take care of yourself, to do things to keep yourself healthy too. I'm also seeing that some of you guys may need to use like cooling tools and mechanisms in order to keep yourself rehydrated and cool during this time, because it feels like people may try to cause arguments, tension, or put a lot more burden on you at the last minute than what you need without any sort of plan of action, okay, and which may be necessary for a move or some form of travel or even long distance communication, in which people may have to make decisions based off of this, okay? It could be somebody who's moving at the last minute, but not necessarily telling everybody what they plan to do because they felt like they had it all figured out. But other people had heavy plans or may not even be around in order to have the benefit of seeing these people who wanted to celebrate with them. So be mindful of that. Like, you might have kept somebody out of the loop a little too much, in which you may miss out completely, is what it's showing, okay? It may be an investment that falls shorter, especially if you plan on seeing somebody there. You may not be able to see this person quite yet, or they may be hidden or something like that. So just be mindful of that. You have the Page of Swords energy here, and an opportunity to have some sort of logical, or even there could be an opportunity to communicate with somebody who's going to teach you how to do something. This could be somebody who is younger. They may be even eager to do this. I'm getting this vibration here of somebody who's being quite excitable in order to show something that they do know. This could be something that they have mastered. It may not even be that it's quite that impossible, but they're going to teach you how to do something so that you can do it on your own. Okay. I'm seeing this going to be happening around the 21st through the 23rd here. It may happen a little bit later for some of you guys, but the energy starts moving in that direction then. Okay. When I talk about these things, that's just the beginning of how the energy is starting to react. All right. Um, I'm also getting that some people may be like doing some sort of lawn trimming, or teaching somebody how to trim a lawn, or training somebody on how to do multiple jobs when it comes to working outside, because somebody seems to have this obsession with being out there. I'm also seeing somebody who may be putting it out there, all of the things in which they want to do. Somebody, for example, may want to attend a comedy, a play, a show of some kind. Somebody may be wanting to get into like scripts or modeling again, or picking up some things in which they may have worked around at some point in time, but they want to decipher themselves as somebody went into quiet thinking. It feels like it was triggered by some sort of toxic situation in which somebody had to heal from and explore how to recover from, in which there was some sort of newfound love, or maybe it's just a reconciled love. Okay, it may not necessarily be something that is new, but you do have this energy here of somebody who's becoming well meditated on the thought, the idea, and they're going to do something in order to bring balance from the higher realms into the actualization of the 3D, and how to get these things moving and committed towards. Okay, I'm also seeing somebody maybe asking for your opinion if you are somebody who is gifted, somebody who is spiritual, intuitive, psychic, a priest of some kind, or somebody who carries himself with a high honor in some way. There's going to be somebody who is asking you something very important, as your opinion matters. This seems like it's going to be happening between the 22nd and the 25th of the month. And it feels like it could have like a 7-day outreach. So it could be like 7 days before or 7 days after, or something like that. It could be that somebody has been thinking of this question for a long time, and so you should take this person's approach seriously. But when somebody comes to communicate with you, I wanted to tell you that there's something about how you carry yourself and your demeanor that this person takes inspiration from. You're also going to have a partner here who's going to be wanting to have some sort of rebirth of situations with you during this time. You see, it took them a little bit of time to get back into connection with what we were talking about. And it feels like it's because you've distanced yourself and you've chosen to move on. And it feels like this person, it's like they get a still no contact back. Kind of a vibe or question that they want to kind of ask you and stuff like that, and you're still like, I'm still where I'm standing, I'm still moving forward, and I feel like you would actually be problematic in my life. I actually feel like we wouldn't have a connection, or if we do, it would be more so a karmic lesson in which I've already feel like I learned the lesson a little bit. Like I strongly feel like I've already learned something just in the rumors of us being in connection with one another that's coming through. There's going to be a strong case that supports why it may be time for you to go ahead and treat something in private, or you're going to be dating or connecting with somebody next who may not necessarily be as popular as you are, but this person is a popular loner, meaning that this person is a star that is it's like they're undiscovered, or there's something here about a lot of people who wanted to kind of like abandon them or something like that, and they just didn't go back. And there's something about this person being very strong, independent, and confident in spite of them being or coming off as a little bit shy in some way. And in this shyness, I'm seeing that they could just be a little bit more quiet. They may carry Sagittarius, Leo placements in their chart. Pisces is here too, as well as Virgo. But I'm getting here that some of you guys, you may need to reg or Taurus. That was something that was coming through as well, that just came through at the last minute. But I'm seeing that somebody had to cleanse themselves and take care of a circumstance in which people wanted to belittle them. They wanted to get in the way of a connection that they had. And it also feels like this person had to let go of unhealthy circumstances that didn't serve them, or there were people who were unhealthy that they had already let go of that were obsessed with them, and they were causing a delay when it came to, yeah, you may not have known that you were in an unhealthy one-sided competition in which somebody may have tried to take a newcomer out who was not toxic, but recognized that they had toxic people around them and cut them off, that is actually meant to come into your life. They delayed something in your life, Scorpio. This newcomer competition may be turning into rivalry or jealousy, creating pressure and unease in relationships. And I'm just going to tell you now, you have a more popular person who is out here slandering. It's not that they're more popular than you, they may be more popular than your counterpart. And I feel here that you may need to know that or carry that understanding, but they're not as pretty and they're not as wholesome as your person. This person that's doing all of this slandering is very shallow. And I also feel here that they have a very karmic connection that shows that there's like poignant connections with third parties, negativity, abuse, neglect, sabotage, worse than BDSM. Okay, because when we talk about BDSM, if I saw desire in the upright, then I would be like, yes, okay, sure. But when you see opportunities in the reverse, this is like a party you don't want to attend. Okay, you may be overlooking valuable opportunities or hesitating in seizing them, leading to missed chances for growth. So this feels like there's somebody who may be coming back with an opportunity in which you may have missed or overlooked, or you chose a different path than this person, believing that they weren't supposed to be your person. And it could be due to this popularity situation, because it's just coming through again, the word popularity. And family, somebody who may not have necessarily liked this person attacking this person with unresolved issues or emotional conflicts within the family are causing stress. It's time to confront these issues. That's what's going to be the main focus and prominence of July, and what's going to be tackled, because something right now went wrong and something is forced to be made right. And I feel here that somebody is actually not in a successful position like they wanted to. And there's health in the upright here, which means that somebody here is not as much of a risk as somebody thought, and that there's going to be courage supporting somebody who was seemingly at fault, having something restored that's coming through. So those are the messages that I have for you, Scorpio, and those are all that I have, is what I'm going to leave it at. We're going to conclude it here. Thumbs up this video, comment down below, share, and subscribe. I would love to read for your messages and for yourself in the future. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Love and light to you guys. Please take care and stay blessed. Bye.